It said I was a diamond player, which I'm not currently that. Let's play this. Yeah, we can block Codus, I suppose. Well, that's true. So, probably a good idea to play more mana. Yeah, let's take the time to do this. Because the sooner the better. This also just sets up future turns more efficiently. Don't you dare swing at me. Toxic. Alright. So, play you... No. We play this because it's just good now as opposed to later. And it's only going to get scarier. Yeah, they like have to kill this card. So what do you got? They have to kill this. Look at that, they killed it. We also put a counter on something significant. Look at that. Look at that. We're gaming. Let's play this. Let's play you. You. I really don't want to play Starting Town. No, I have to. I have to play Starting Town. Okay. I just didn't want my opponent to know my hand is completely awful, but there's no second blue source. What? So block. This must be a sweeper? In a black-white Allenger creature beatdown deck? I can survive the first sweeper. Might be harder to survive the second one, though. Okay, that's the sweeper that makes sense, so I can't make fun of him. We draw nothing. Can't cast my commander. Can't do anything. Could I have tapped? No, I couldn't have tapped anything. I don't expect the second sweeper. This one makes sense. I can't make fun of that one. I mean, I can, but that wouldn't be productive. This currently has flash? As long as you control a desert. Correct. Alright, get in there. Oh my goodness, so many triggers, please. Please! Haha, you fool. Yep. I don't think I'm swinging. Yep, crap rotation, exploration. Hexproof from instance. Okay. So we do this. This is flash, right? Yep. So here. And then swing. Because if I do it in a different way, I'm screwed. I have to do it like this. Otherwise they don't block like that. They could just block with their other creatures. Okay, we're gaming. Let's play this. I think I'll play the Zealot as well. Alright, we're in there. We've made contact. We can also make a colossal elemental token. I did not expect the Aether Spark. It's the only thing to attack, sure. Okay, let's does it doesn't give trample or anything? No, it doesn't. So land crew is 4. There is no effective attack with my commander because the crackback is problematic. Okay, I'm just reading. Yeah, we're still swinging with this. There's no need to activate it before or anything like that. Okay, they let me do this, which I don't agree with. But so be it. I don't really agree with that. Okay, so we just cast this for real? No, we do this. And then this. And have lethal next turn with Craterhoof? This is insane. This is hilarious. I think it's lethal through this card, too. The attack might have been Death Touch? Enabler or something? I'm not sure what that attack is. So, cast you. Crew. Win the game? Nice. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. That's... Well, Elves? They didn't bounce my Lane of Rails. Alright, 1 into 3. Who would have guessed? Ah, even in standard. Alright, beautiful. Okay. That's fine, turn one? No, let's play this. I do everything in my power to not play Glimpsicore turn two if I can help it. What is this? Okay, it's just a mana dork. It's a mana dork I didn't know existed. I mean, it costs 2. I'm sure there's plenty of those. This is not 1 into 3. You can see the colossal difference between that. Let's see. That's the name of the game. I don't have... Okay, let's play this. Oh, I want Lumra, but I don't have the mana for it. I don't have the mana for it. But it can be... Well, wait. If I draw it next turn... This is a very hard thing to pass up. So... It has been risked. Risked. But I do not have the mana. They railway brawl. Okay, I like this sort of situation we're both having right now. Send a message. Alright, the turtle's in play. It's a 5/9. Probably the only thing in Magic with that exact stat line. But there it is. Oh, I forgot about Arcane Signet. I just completely forgot about Arcane Signet. Maybe it doesn't matter. They said oops, and I'm not sure what happened. Oh, they played them backwards. Ooh, that's a huge oops. Alright, so... You... You... And swing with the turtle. Had to play it in this order, otherwise I can't do the thing. There is no way you just take this. Wow. Do I actually activate? No. Okay, my opponent... Why is it beyond their years? I am not going to activate. Okay, fair enough. Let's do that. This is Flash. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't need it, but it is a... It's a very good card. It has haste, which makes it a little bit more impressive than maybe Glimpsicore. Although, I have, like... that already. Alright, another deck that loves creatures but blows them up. This seems to be a recurring thing with Standard. We beat it last time, and I'm currently in a position to do it again. Oh no, my treasure token. Oh wait, no, my Frogify. Okay. Please no removal for the love of everything. Stop having answers, everything, please. That'd be great. That'd be ideal. My opponent played a 7/2. Alright. Neat. This has Vigilance, but I don't think I can cast it. Excuse me, swing. Yeah, there's no way I swing there. Alright, we have yet again the must-answer threat in play, lest my board state become unstoppable. We did it. We did it. Ah, yes. I never said Unit was unbeatable. I don't remember saying that. I've also beat the best things in the format with weird commanders as well. Land, please? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna just try to go into the commander as fast as possible. Does this help me? Does blowing this up matter? I could have played, I don't know. They appear to have a 1-minute spell. I really wish I drew a land. Alright, I can play this, and I don't know what that 1-mana card is. What if it's a swing here? I mean, it could just be the crew activation. It could just be that. Oh, I needed a land there so bad. Venue of Combat, other legendaries. Okay. Not the scariest command. It's kind of like the green-white bard class. Oh man, this is a really big conundrum. Oh, I wish they didn't. Alright. I'm taking 6. No! I needed a land again. Alright, wait, I can, alright, this is happening. I can play the World Wagon. I should play the World. I'm not going to crack a clue token, and Overlord can be real later. Let's get a green source, and then it doesn't have a haste. I'm not... Oh, well, I just can't swing. Alright, if I swing with that swings there with haste. We have this, so ideally we're in one-shot territory. Oh. Really? I mean, I was definitely winning on board, I feel, at this point. Wait, rather than play random defenders, play 1/3 mana dorks? Yeah, it's effectively the same. It's effectively the same, you're right. Slightly less toughness doesn't really egregiously offend my commander, so yeah, that's true. We can see if there's some swaps. Like, even if it has 2 toughness, the fact that it taps for other cards is very valuable. Fortunately, I did not need land anywhere else, otherwise we'd be rather upset. We'd be rather upset. Yeah, I think the diamond thing is just a visual bug. Or something, I don't know. Who knows? Alright. We played that, and then we drew something. Alright, come on, Ouroboros. It's a red-green deck. There's literally no way that they can do anything. It's just not possible. Like, it's actually illegal. You can't have cards here. Oh, we can surveil. It's just like the starfish. Wait, is the starfish in standard? Man, I can't wait to get soloed by Traveling Chocobo. I can't wait. It's so exciting. I'm not going to block it, so I'll just take my whatever. Starfish too good for standard, yeah. Opponent's doing the old LARP. They're acting like they weren't going to do this if I didn't block or did. Like, you still have to crack this. That's a card. It has text on it. It can block. This doesn't have trample. It gives me mana. It's doing everything I want to do. So this is always happening. I could just play this here. Could just play... Oh, I cannot. Haha. For I am a fool. This is permanent. It's not on curve, though. Okay, I think it's ideal to continuously put creatures in play that will grow endlessly, as opposed to not doing that. And no attack. Alright. This doesn't continuously double or anything, the Traveling Chocobo. It doesn't have trample, it doesn't fly. Summon Fenrir could have just blocked it for free. Well, there goes my infinite scaling, of course. I've noticed right-click has been bugged, too. Like, it won't remove certain cards off the screen for some reason. That's been happening a lot more. Well, when in doubt, surveil. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't play both of these. Okay. I don't have a good attack. Yeah, I don't have a good attack, so let's just do this. What does this do? Flashback, mountain, okay. There's still no attack here. I can just block this. I can recast my commander. Yeah, there's no... This block doesn't add up to me. We'll see what it is, though. Like, by all means, cast a burn spell. I can literally recast this. Alright, not quite a burn spell. Effectively the same thing, though. Tap land, not really what I'm looking for. I'm not even really sure what I'm looking for. We should play this with that summon Fenrir. But I don't think I'm going to do that. So. Okay, talking about booties. Talk about butts. Alright, we're in there. We have the flyer. Opponent doesn't. We can swing for 6. No, they can just block with their commander, which for some odd reason... Oh, right. I was about to say, they can swing with it, but they haven't been swinging, so I block it, but it doesn't do damage. Yeah, I don't want them to give them... I really do not want my opponent to get their commander back. Because they'll start actually drawing cards. blocking with the Fenrir is free this turn because it's going to die anyways. What's the bottom part? Draw a card if you control the creature of the greatest power. Well, that's not happening. I'm not even sure you're supposed to stack it all in the same creature. I don't really agree with that. I think they should be spreading these counters. They seem to be vastly more productive. They also shouldn't attack. There's no reason to attack here, because I have a free block. You just don't have to do this. Might as well keep it untapped. And that's only for this exact turn as well. Okay, fortunately I do have 2 blue mana. So let's go ahead and draw 4 cards. Let's go ahead and not do that other line of text. Okay, so we found the inevitable. And I've got nothing else to do, so... This will kill my opponent. Even though I have to block effectively. There is no... Yeah, okay, there's nothing to do here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8. I have to block this. I'm going down 1 creature. Is 3 creatures enough to kill my opponent? I am in the Abyss. This will continuously force blocks. So unless I play 2 creatures a turn, waiting isn't doing anything. Alright, they're finally actually spreading tokens around. Or counters. Not ideal for us. We could just actually naturalize this. I didn't think of that. I did not think of that. Because everything else this card does doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's get rid of this. I wish I did it earlier. But 2 counters on the 5/3s doesn't matter. I'm not worried about that. Fortunately, I didn't get blown out by that. I can just recast my commander again? So I suppose I can block it? Oh, okay. Maybe... If they're gonna pass up the value, we just chump with that. Yep. Seems like a good idea. That's another creature. It lines up well with my hand. Okay. So, play you. We just want critical mass. Play you. Play you. Yep, just want critical mass. That's all we're looking for. Okay. Doesn't matter. Ghost Vacuum, that's kind of nuts. Also, my opponent might actually have most of the lands out of their deck by now. I'm not sure Tannic does anything. Alright. They didn't do anything. This is lethal. Nice. Alright, yeah. Traveling Chocobo got immeasurable value there with the counters. Played some lands off the top of the deck as well. But it doesn't have trample. Right? It doesn't have flying or anything, so... I lost to an awful meta base because my meta base was nothing but mana. That's it. It's nothing but lands. I drew all lands, and my opponent drew terrible lands. And that dictated the entire game. That's sure what happened there. 1 mana red spell. Doesn't cast it. Oh my goodness. What could it be? Two mana spell. Oh my goodness. Look at all these forests. Oh yes. Alright, unfortunately for my opponent, I have this well covered here. We can also play the turtle. Oh, we can't do both. This is too good, though. You know what? Oh, no. That is so tragic. Why are you double blue? You're dumb. Whatever, I'm casting it. Fight me. You literally can't have that double black edict that makes a wizard, to which I would almost lose on the spot. Specifically that card. Alright, they don't have it. Can I untap with the 5/9 once, please? One time? Just one time? That's all I ask. It's not asking for much. Sure. We did it for gaming. Gaming? You're gonna kill your own commander? Oh, okay. That's fine. I thought they were just gonna kill their own commander there. Which is, arguably somewhat valid there. My commander is easily killed, but it's easily recastable, so... Not tapping the 3/2. What's that about? To the space land there. Whoa. Alright. Well, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I think the wizard is more valuable than the 3/2, I guess. Alright. Unfortunately, our opponent knows how to play the game. And I don't have lethal here, so... they can just block anything I do. I will... This is effectively the same. No, it's not. Alright. Turtle. This sets up a thing here. Take 5. Okay. $10. Okay. Ideally, that last card isn't exactly what you need. Okay, it doesn't look like it is. Alright, no instance. We just win. Close. Very close. They were right to sack their creature to make a 0/1 there. And if I didn't stop their commander, we were screwed. Alright, first time for everything. A creature deck that won after a Cast a Sleeper. World first. We saw it. Live action. Another blue-green deck, by the way. Can I cast my thing and not lose? About to find out. We're about to find out. That is a thing, sure. Let's cast the mana stuff. Yeah, we'll do this. So far, we're doing the blue-green thing better. I'm not going to swing because I feel like there's something going... Okay, that's what's going on. Power levels higher on the West Coast? Well, time difference. So, like, the player base at that time in the day is different, if that makes sense. Let's play this. Oh, wait! I did it. I could have played both. Oh, my goodness. I forgot this was colorless. Oh, I forgot. Alright, no commander this turn. Fortunately, my commander can't swing anyways. So all we really did was, Well, wait a minute. It helps untap the turtle. It helps untap the turtle. So this, I can't say is, like, objectively a terrible decision or something. That is objectively a terribly scary card, and I don't want to lose to it, so... Okay, yeah, this way, we sequenced it so we could just untap with our turtle faster. That's what we did. They also, fortunately, just committed Sudoku on that, so they can't blow up the thing anymore. I don't really care about the 6/6 being in play right now. I don't need that. Commander can target itself. I have not done that yet. Opponent mills an island. You got it. Alright. I lost the 5/9. Guess it's a good thing I didn't play the 6/6 here. Play... you? Yeah, we'll play more stats. Instead of, like, this. It makes the clue token free, right? Yeah, just do whatever I want. Oh, is this an artifact? It is. I can blow that up. Do I care? Not really. Eh, I'll target it. That's a cool card. The only place I've seen this is in Legacy. That's neat. I think Stock Up just, like, straight up replaced this. Actually. Oh, did it? That might not be true. It does trigger, Beanstalk. For Beanstalk decks. Stock Up doesn't. Alright, they're back to doing the blue-green thing. How unfortunate. Swing. There's no real reason to cast my commander. I have a flashing threat. I can just do that instead. Can I cast this first? Yep. I can cast my commander next turn. This helps play around a sweeper as well. Or another sweeper, which at this point might not even be likely. My opponent also can't actually reanimate anything significant with their commander. As it stands. They don't even care. They just windmill slam. Sure. So, cast my commander, sack one of my creatures to trigger the commander. They can't block the Battle Worm. There's an argument I could have just swung with just the Battle Worm because of that. No lands in my graveyard. Still just the best thing to do. It's not even close. Acting like it matters. Other things matter here. Alright, I didn't mill Craterhoof Behemoth specifically. We lost these though. Still no exceptionally terrifying thing out of the graveyard. Okay, not what I expected, but makes sense to me. Let's swing with cards. Excellent. Let's play as non-committal to the board as possible. Let's leave up other stuff. Let's get rid of... I value lands more than random creatures here. I could have probably discarded one land, but most of those cards are pretty similar. Okay. Please blow up my commander, please. Oh. Huh. I see. Is that lethal? How much mana do I have? 14, 15. Just putting more stats into play. Okay, there we go. Just wanted more creatures. Nice. Get me it. How important is it that I win this? I wonder. Do I cast? Yeah, we cast this. 4. Cast that. It's not enough. Okay. First, my opponent has the literal perfect opener, as is tradition. Of course they do. Let's stop that. And then play you. It's like literally the best card in the deck. And it enters, put a counter on stuff. Sure. Can still swing with the voice. Might as well. In case this dies, it gives me stuff. It leaves something behind. That's why I like it here. I need something significant off the top, I feel. This looks like Get Lost. I'm gonna bet you this is a Get Lost here. Oh, it's, I guess a little bit better than Get Lost. Oh, it was Get Lost. Anyways, of course. Do I block in trade? I think I do at this point. I will. Wonder if my opponent was surprised at this or not. I think I have to do this at this point. I don't like doing it, but I'm just getting thrashed, so let's do this and that. That's an interesting one. I don't know if it changes really anything we're doing. I'm gonna keep it. Because I know the top card, I will not surveil or use the map tokens. I was about to say, did they just flicker it and not kill it? That's insane. Do you even need to crew this? Like, is it that crucial? It's just a 3/5, right? Making it a creature could actually be, like, a bad idea. Okay. I'm not saying it is, but it could backfire tremendously. I mean, at this point, you might as well... Wait, what? Okay. Let's play you. I can... Well, this draws cards all the same, so I'll just lead with this. Yeah, it draws cards all the same, right? That's fine, because I just go right through it. Put the trigger there. And then we can tap this on that. I don't want Aegis Turtle, I'll tell you that much. Tap this there. I don't want that. Alright. And then swingies? Do I swing with just... Yeah, I can't swing with the wall. What am I talking about? It's a wall for a reason. Alright, so their commander has the Vindicate thing going currently, but I have this specific board state, and my opponent's in top deck mode. I like to see that attack, so I don't want that. Is there any merit in upkeep surveilling? I think there is. The 0/6 on defense not mattering much. Okay. I did my best. So, attacks with you, that's a 4/4, 3/3. You and you. And you. Okay. Yep, that works. We like this. Investing mana in the wall just doesn't feel good because I have to invest before I see what doesn't get blocked or whatever. So I just don't like that here. Alright, double activate to kill the voice, because it's probably a really good idea to kill the voice, unfortunately. Oh! It doesn't work that way. Oh my goodness, it doesn't work. Okay, whoops. I just effectively threw. Alright, I threw. I'm sorry. I just threw. Dang it. That's frustrating. I thought I was gonna trade. Okay, well they didn't put the other counter, 1/1 counter inside of combat. Okay, they didn't Alpha Strike me. Sure. I feel like I might have done that. Let's do this. Do I do it to my commander? No. Swing with these two. Block, block. Okay. Did not expect that. I did not at all expect my opponent to give me that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I can play just creatures. I have 6 mana. No, I have 7. Should play creatures here. And then get rid of starting town. Okay. I feel like that was not supposed to happen. Okay. Discard 2, sure. Still dying to the flyer. I could have played Lumra, but then I'd be tapped out, and that seems way too reckless. You just have to go to 4 here. Lumra is a giant blocker. It does do that. I think I can play Orb. Oh, I should have played it with the wolf. Ooh, wow. Actually, just throwing. Should have played it with the wolf. Oh, we won! Oh my goodness. Oh, despite my best efforts, we won the game. Oh my goodness, yeah, giant reaching blocker, so they're stonewalled from that now. Alright, yeah, these two cards, for anybody who's not keeping up with everything ever, which is impossible, so I don't blame you, but now we have Exploration with the new Anthology set. There's Noble Hierarch as well, as another notable one, but the two big ones are Exploration and Crop Rotation. You don't have to be Bant, right? Because Noble Hierarch can't go into something like Azusa because it's Bant. Which is why it is not as egregious. Otherwise, it would be. It would actually be stronger if it only tapped for green, or said any color or whatever, but it doesn't. So, but yeah, Crop Rotation for Strip Mine is now a thing, and Exploration is effectively just a better version of Azusa, right? I mean, this card is absolutely insane. It's better than Burgeoning, and Burgeoning is insane. So, as you can imagine, this is ridiculous. Just to take note of those. So, this is now a thing. This card can single-handedly push the format towards like the same 5-ish commanders, and they would be like a new... This might sound weird, but cards like this can effectively shift what is a heavily played strategy so much that it can change the entire landscape of what like bracket 5 is, or Hell Q, let's say, or really just anything. But let's just say the most competitive things, because at this point, Historic Brawl is so insane that it kind of rivals CEDH. Not all the way. We don't have, like, Demonic Consultation Thassa's Oracle yet. But, you know, the stuff like that is... things like this can push what is considered the best strategies ever. Like, oh, it used to be Teferi and Scythus and stuff. Well, like, now Scythus is no longer the most insane thing, or Keenan, let's say, because you can just crop rotate Strip Mine spam, and then all strategies must like come prepared for that style thing. So we'll see what happens. But no, Ranked Brawl didn't get added. You just randomly see a rank next to your name when you queue, but there's no actual rank. It would be nice if that rank that you saw did, like, tell you what bracket. Maybe there was, like, a number next to your deck when you hit the Q button. It's like, oh, I'm in 4. And then you just know. That would be kind of neat. Or they numbered cards for the format. Like, they should try that. They invented the bracket system, so why not implement it here? I don't have necessarily a problem with game changers and stuff. It would be just nice, because then I could play Historic Brawl, and if you have no game changers in your deck, you don't see Strip Mines, right? Because Strip Mine's like a game changer. So that would be kind of a really cool idea. At this point, Historic Brawl either needs that, or people are just going to play something else because they don't want to play Legacy, right? Vintage. So sometimes it's closer to Vintage than Legacy. We're blowing up basic lands. We're not blowing up non-basics. Okay, I'll find it eventually. Yeah, we're blowing up lands, right? If this was Wasteland, completely different. Everything I said doesn't matter. This blows up basic lands. So that changes how people must approach the format. But just something to say. All right, rambled long enough. I didn't even talk about my deck yet. Okay, so this strategy is hilarious. It's fun to play, too, I must admit. I just like playing this commander. You just do things, and they either work or they don't. I don't like counterspells. Sweepers are kind of lights out, but also there's a lot of situations where that's just the case for most commanders, so you either respect sweepers and try to beat them, or just move on to the next game. It's not ranked or anything. And that is to be saying that I also did still just beat sweepers about the same amount that I lost to them. So you can either try to play around them heavier and win a little bit less against everything else, or just have a 50-50 that you beat them anyways. I saw a bunch of creature-heavy decks cast sweepers and then lose after they swept their own board. It's like, oh, you're losing because your opponent has a better board state. If you sweep the board and you can't rebuild, which most of the time, you know, both of us are staring at each other because there's no more creatures and we're like slowly rebuilding. You didn't pull ahead really, and you're just like, oh no, I'm losing. Let me just... The nuclear option doesn't save you as a beatdown deck. Wrath of God in your mono white weenie deck or your heir apparent deck doesn't save you. You just swept your board. Like, it doesn't save you. That's just funny. But anyways, there are other quote-unquote blue-green thing to do. There's like better commanders for that, but you can sort of lean in more on that than maybe I was. Someone in chat, thankfully, said that like these are effectively the same as the 0/4s we were playing, but they also tap for mana for other cards. I don't know, when I played this the first time in Historic Brawl, I thought that way. I think I did. I'll have to look at my list, actually. But this is effectively the same thing. It just has to tap itself to add the 4th mana for this, the discount, effectively. But then it lets me cast everything else in my deck. So these are just way better than the 0/4s. And that's what I ended up doing. Way, way better. I'm actually surprised my brain didn't go in that direction. The attacking via toughness thing, like if you poke your opponent with this and draw 3 cards for 4 mana, you're not really upset with that. It's effectively just casting Harmonize, or for you boomers out there, Concentrate. Harmonize is the one in Magic Arena. I don't think we have Concentrate, but this is blue. But yeah, so this is good. Card draw, just like the other commanders you played in Standard, it's in the command zone, so I didn't really feel like I wanted to have a bunch of card draw in my deck, right? The card draw I did have was like card selection or tutor effects, like Archdruid Charm, because like in a gummed up board state or something like that, it's just ideal to try to always find the explosive haha I win card, as opposed to just drawing 3 more 1/3s that don't do much. So the card draw in the deck is a little bit better to be tailored towards specific things like mana, which is, you know, always make an exception for stuff like this and whatnot. I actually really like this. Oh, where is it? I really like this card. When you get to flash it in, it's just so satisfying. It is a rampant growth out of the graveyard too, if you mill it with Lumina or something. I mean, you've already cast Lumina, so I don't know what the rampant growth is doing, but this card is just so satisfying. Nobody's going to respect it. You just throw it into play out of nowhere and like, oh, that just happened. And this is a must-answer threat. So Mossborn Hydra kind of logic. You just play it and set it and forget it. Your opponent is going to die to this if they don't kill you soon. And every time I played this, it was killed. So if you're interested in must-answer threat stuff, I'd say this is nice. Icetill Explorer could have probably been in here. There's not a lot of ways to have fetch lands be exceptionally strong, but you can get the chain going because Icetill mills upon lands being played. I will say in a blue-green 60-card deck, it is not free to mill cards. You can effectively mill away something that was extremely crucial to winning a given game. If you're in a very gummed up board state and you're not able to draw anymore because you have like 20 cards left, or let's say you have 12 cards left in your deck, and you've milled a bunch and you now know you're not drawing to Craterhoof because it got milled, it's not free to just mill with Icetill Explorer. I've seen people mill game-winning cards into the graveyard and have no way to get to them. So it's something to concern yourself with. I wouldn't say we ever got to any games that we went into decking, but that is another thing that can kind of happen, but you shouldn't respect decking. I mean, the game is going to get decided usually way before that, but sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, if I milled this, I'd feel kind of bad. And milling isn't 100% free. That is saying Icetill Explorer is obviously still very good. So there is that. Riddler, yeah, that's the Quantum Riddler. That's another one you could probably put in here. I don't own that one. I don't think I do. No, I don't. Yeah, Quantum Riddler. The thing that everyone's playing in, I think, Modern, right? Not Legacy. I watch a bunch of Modern Legacy. Yeah, it's Modern. I think this sees a bunch of play everywhere. It's okay here, right? I mean, it's okay. It's got a lot of toughness. You can warp it and then effectively discount your commander by 4 the turn you warp it, and then maybe it does something. I don't know. It's not necessary, I'd say, but it is a card I would probably sprinkle into decks had I owned it, but I'm not going to craft it. As a free-to-play player, the Mythics are kind of dedicated to the command zone, unless it's a very exceptional case. But all in all, I like this strategy. It's fun to play. It's just kind of cool. Counter spells, you don't feel like you have to play the best 10 counters in the format or whatever. It's 60 cards, right? I didn't really even feel like I needed negate. It could have probably been Long River's Pull or something. If you maybe just want 2 or 3 counters, you don't need any. I did feel like a lot of the times I'm tapping out on my own turn, because that's what green likes to do anyways. So leaving up this is not free, and if you do leave up mana, your opponent might respect said left up mana, and then you get a suboptimal counterspell because now they're respecting counterspells. So it's not just like, haha, I countered their thing that's like a game changer. Your opponent might not just cast it into your open mana anyways. So, yeah. But cool strategy. Very fun. So let me know what you thought about it. like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.